Okay, today we're going to look at the binomial distribution using the TI-8384 calculator. Let's look at this question. A multiple choice test consists of 7 questions. Each question has 4 choices. Only one choice is correct. If a student guesses on each question, what is the probability that they get 4 answers correct and B, get at least 4 answers correct? So 2 questions here. Well, the first thing we have to decide, is this a binomial distribution? And it is a binomial distribution because first of all we have a fixed number of trials, which is 7. So in other words, n is equal to 7. The second thing is that the probability of a correct answer on each question, if you're guessing, is 1 out of 4. So your probability is equal to 0.25. And so that makes it a binomial distribution because we either get it correct or incorrect. So how to do this on the calculator? For part A, what do we do for part A? Well, on the calculator, we turn it on and we go second distribution, which is second vase, which is distribution. We scroll down to binomial PDF. And binomial PDF is the probability at a certain value of x. So we want to know the probability of getting 4 questions correct. So we hit enter, and then we put in n. N is 7. We put 7, comma. Then we put in our probability of a correct answer, which is 0.25, comma. And then we put in how many we're interested in. We're interested in the probability of getting 4 correct. So we put 4 in, and we click enter. We close the parentheses, click enter, and so the answer, the probability that x equals 4 is equal to 0.0576778 and so on. So that's part A. The second part is asking us the probability of at least 4 answers correct. Now, we can use a different function on the calculator called a cumulative function. But that only accumulates up to a certain amount of values. We want to know the probability of 4 or more correct. So in other words, we're looking for the probability that x is greater than or equal to 4. Well, the only way to do that on a calculator is we're going to have to figure out the probability. We're going to have to figure out the probability that x is less than or equal to 3, and then we have to subtract that from 1. So we have to do 1 minus the probability x is less than or equal to 3. And on the calculator we can do that. Alternatively, we could figure out the probability of x equals 4, the probability of x equals 5, x equals 6, x equals 7, and add them all together. But using the calculator, this is an easier way. So we're going to use the cumulative probability function to figure out the probability that x is less than or equal to 3, and then subtract that from 1. So we'll do 1 minus, we go back again to second vase, and you scroll down to binomial, in this time CDF. CDF for cumulative. Hit enter. We put in number of trials 7, comma. The probability of a success is a quarter, 0.25, and we want to know the accumulated probability up to and including 3. So what's this going to do? It's going to go 1 minus this accumulated probability to give us the probability that x is greater than or equal to 4. Hit enter, and so the probability that x is greater than or equal to 4 is equal to 0.0705566 and so on.